Alright, we're back. I just booted the disk. I'm doing this because there's a cutscene here that basically explains some of the lore of Zelda's adventure, and well, we're going on the route of all cutscenes. May as well watch it. It's going to be a doozy. In the meantime, I'll just reset my timer.
There will be no more viewing tonight. Ah, the scroll of Shermak, bearer of sad news these many years ago. And so it was that Ganon, Lord of Darkness, had taken over Ptolemaic. He had stolen the treasured celestial signs and captured Link. A brave warrior would have to be found to face this evil monster. And so I found this champion of strength and courage. It is you, Princess Zelda. With this magic pendant, go forth, and with each sign you gather, so too will you gain knowledge. Find your magic wand, use it wisely, and listen to your allies along the way. Go now, my princess, restore the celestial signs and rescue Link.
So yeah, this is all intended. Like, this is how the game actually is. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file here. And just enjoy these sound effects. And I'll just see. For fun, I'll show you the backspace one. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to question these sounds. So yeah, please wait. Okay, let's just get going then. In 3, 2, 1. So yeah, this is Zelda's adventure. You may remember it from such instances as Angry Video Game Nerd and I went far down. He was not wrong. Like, between these screen transitions, you can literally just take a drink. This is how the game is. I can't make it better for you, certainly. Right, we got the wand. You'll see that and hear a lot of that of the wand. So, first off, we want to get a quest item. It's just to the left here. I hope these weird faces they gave me incredibly bad luck. Oh, well, we at least managed to kill 4 of them.
Young princess, please attend me.
I'll just sometimes be quiet so that you can listen to the voices of this game. The sounds are all over the place. It's if you thought the previous game, Zelda game was bad, this is by far, the worst. they were really ambitious with this game. It's based on Zelda 1. Like when these games were developed, um, they had Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 as their main sources as a frame of reference. That was given to the companies by Nintendo. So while Wand of Gamelon and Face of Evil are based
Come
on
here, bright young lady.
Zelda 2,
I have a
this one is based around Zelda 1. But the load screens, the loading between the tiles, it's not good. So yeah, these are uh, moblins, and this one drops a life heart. I noticed that one. Another one, okay. Oh, they all drop life hearts, which is actually a bit bad because I want to be at 40 rubies before I get to the first shrine, preferably. We just bypass, grab the ladder. That's also how you can see it. Takes its inspiration from Zelda 1. Keep in mind that at this point, A Link to the Past has been out for a few years when this this abomination was made. But I mean, the game somehow just grows on you. Like when I first started playing it, I was questioning myself, but I eventually, yeah, saw through the horrible loading and whatnot, and it's actually relatively enjoyable to play somewhat. I don't want to say that too loud, but yeah, it's definitely special. I'm actually really low on rubies, so I'll just kill these two still. 35. I hope I'll be fine. There should be some ruby drops in the shrine itself, so when I was doing a small test run earlier, I was at 95 rubies already. I had insane drops. Oh yeah, and
Beware.
by entering a menu, we will be able to glitch some sounds, so we'll do that right now. At this moment, the boss wants to say something, but because we are now selecting the ladder,
Now, princess.
that's not the boss. I'm not even sure where that sound clip comes from, but because we select the ladder while sound clip is being loaded in, we just swap bytes of what it's trying to load in, and it just goes bad. So I'll do that a few times just for fun, because there are some fun voice clips that you can trigger this way. I'll just be a little bit safe here and kill the skis. I'll generally be safe in this game. This game is too janky to take risks in, basically. You'll get stuck in the environments, you'll get a lot of issues. So, in this shrine, before you can face the boss lord, you have to kill these 3 goons. But first...
Oh, what do we have here? A human person's coming close. Why, what a great event!
So yeah, we have to wait until this chest stops talking. It drops a ring. This ring is actually the weapon we need to kill the goons. And as with the previous Zelda game, using an item costs rubies. So that's also why you want to have some rubies entering this shrine. Luckily, this is the only chest that actually talks. So you don't have to worry about that one. Yeah, as I said, like the sounds all over the place. They try to have some music for this game, but because of every load screen just cancelling out everything, they couldn't get that working. And there are some unofficial soundtracks for this game, or official soundtracks that didn't get in.
An enemy is in your cave!
And they're actually really good. It's just a shame that it didn't get in. So yeah, it's really easy to get stuck in the environment here. Just be stuck in a wall, all the while an enemy is on top of Zelda and destroys your life. This, yeah, this is an experience for sure. So right now we'll just walk through the shrine towards the end of the, towards the end of the shrine to get to Lord and get the first celestial sign. Here we have our keys just sitting on our way. For safety's sake, I'll just kill everything. And we have some a special item here, the red boot. And you all know what red boots do in Zelda games, so I'm not going to explain it. And if you thought it makes Zelda faster, you're out of luck. The red boot in this game does something completely different.
I said this is my cave, mine. This is the Shrine of Rock and I am Lord. Go away, take nothing, it's all mine.
So yeah, that's Lord. And he just tries to chase you away. Most of the bosses have a moment in the levels where they show up for a moment and just try to chase you off. Which is also kind of scary because for the first time ever I had the game softlock on me because of that. I was hoping he would drop some rubies, but sadly no. So, on to the first boss fight, Lord, which is highly dynamic and special. You just don't want to get hit by his body hitbox. Because as you can see, like that does a full heart of damage. Yeah, you don't want that. But on the other hand, if you die here, it's not the worst thing that can happen. I'm just trying to be a bit safe. There we go. If I would have died, I'd just spawn back to the room just before the boss. It's not the biggest of time loss, but still time loss. Enjoy.
Congratulations, Zelda. You have prevailed. Hurry now. You must travel to a place of festival. Rumor tells it is found in the great forest to the north. And remember, all is not what it seems.
I actually can't skip these cutscenes, so I'm sorry, but not sorry. And we'll have to take our first stats because dying in the overworld puts you back at the place where you start the game, and that's why we want to go. So if you have headphones, you may want to lower your sound just a bit because, as I said, the sound is all over the place and you don't want to hear this full blasting on your ears. So just in case, I'll just hug these spiders in the meantime and take a death. So yeah, that's the sound effect. And you'll hear that a few more times. Anyway, we're back at the start, and we're going to fill the flask that we called earlier. And yeah, as you may have guessed, like the red boots, they don't speed you up in this game. Instead, what they allow you to is pass one specific river, and that river is the one you see up here. Those Yeti thingies are moblins, by the way. So yeah, we can now walk on this river, which is actually somewhat smart because it blocks you from leaving the starting area. So you actually have to finish the first shrine before you can actually explore the rest of the world. But I guess by the time you finish exploring the first shrine, you may not want to go to explore the rest. So yeah, sorry, that was not that intentional to get back to the shrine. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I had the game softlock for the first time ever for me. Like just an hour before the Vodafone run, so that was really scary. I made a save just in case, and I checked out the same cutscene where it would do the same again, but it didn't, so fingers crossed there. This means I will not take any safety precautions here, because we're heading towards Shrine of Illusion. First we hand in this filled water
Bless you,
file,
Princess.
and we get a weird battle looking thing, but that's actually a vial of wind. So yeah, we bypass these pea pods. We took one hit because we were in the loading screen. Yeah, the CDI has
Welcome to
issues.
the Moblins Head Inn, my princess. You look dry. Have a cup of Andor cider on the house.
So we'll just bug this guy instead.
Why spend a whole lifetime being defeated like me? Get it over with. Quit. Go home. Give up.
And we have to do it
You're
twice.
patient. I can see you're not one to surrender. All right, take this dagger from me. It may do you more service than it ever did me.
Right, so this gives me the dagger, which is nicely cut out. The dagger is actually needed to kill with ropes, so...
Oh, there, Princess.
Yeah, we're ignoring her. And we have some more moblins here. They'll be in my way, so I'll smack them into the wall. It's the easiest way to kill enemies. Yeah, for some reason this game has quite a few people on the leaderboards. And I'm not sure if they did a split on these leaderboards for Zelda's Adventure as well, with the CDI 370 as well. Because CDI 370 is actually quicker. It's sort of a Goomba. It has a really weird voice line. But because I don't want to go overestimate at all, if possible, or as little as possible, because oh dang, I just took a lot of damage there. Unexpected. So I'm not going to do that voice line. Right, moving on. We'll just pass the swamp. We'll have to beat some Tactites in a moment. These Tactites are incredibly annoying. Like if they hit you,
miss. Watch how you go out in the meadows.
if they hit you, they destroy you. So, and especially since I only have one heart of life, so I'm hoping this may drop some life. Yeah, there we go. That only refilled me to one heart, so I was incredibly close to death right there. And this may actually mean I may just go for the safety anyway. There's, after this town, there's a different route that you can take. It's slightly slower. Oh, that was close. That's still really close. That's slightly slower, but it has a life heart, so you'll replenish your life. And it will give you a noise spell. Noise spell is required to kill Pulse Voice, but we generally skip it. Because you can kill Pulse Voice a different way as well. But it will depend a bit on how the next area will go, I guess.
There.
So yeah, we'll kill some voice lines here and there. We have to select the ruby to actually buy items, which is incredibly annoying. I'll select the want. And if these enemies give me health, then I'll be fine, and I'll just try the unsafe way. If not, then okay, that's good. One more, please. Yeah, there we go. Okay, unsafe way it is. So yeah, it's just something that I do like showing off for marathons. The alternative way to kill a Pulse Voice in this game. The octopus in this game was that you just saw was an Octorok in this game. So here we have the Thief's Den.
Good morning, lady.
We have someone in front that has a voice line. I'm just entering the Thief's Den because that's kind of what he doesn't want me to do, but it will give you, it will trigger his next voice line.
I would like to give you a fet.
And that will eventually trigger an item drop. So we want that. We want the item for this third shrine. So we'll be able to get it on the way back. Here's a fairy fountain. back to full health. So if I had 1 health there, I wouldn't be able to pass those people so easily. So then I would have just grabbed the safe route. In a worst case, I do have a safety save in the second shrine. Because, yeah, the second shrine was where the CDI bugged out. And I'm quite lucky on health drops so far, but I don't need them right now. I do want to build up my ruby count if at all possible. So yeah, Shrine of Illusion. We'll first fall down and take a slide. This is the only time it's used. This sort of animation. Okay. Let's see. These raptor thingies are just annoying. I did take a heart of damage already, which is not great. I want to be at full life as much as possible here. But the game is quite cruel, so it tends not to work with me. We'll just continue on. We'll have to kill this fire, drops the key. Then the door that we just came from is no longer working. So we'll have to go further up and kill this fire instead. Drops the map. We don't pick up the map because, yeah, it's not really necessary. And now we have to deal with Paul's voice. Oh, there you go. So yeah, this is the quickest route. For the next 1 minute and 40 seconds, we'll be hitting this Paul's voice with the wand. We'll be hitting him for about 320 times or something like that. But he'll eventually die. So I hope you enjoy this music. I do, and I'm not sorry that I'm going this route. If we took the safe route, you just walk around a bit more. You have, besides the extra life heart, you get the noise spell, and with the noise spell you can kill the pulse voice in 4 hits. But because of all the load screens and whatnot, just going here directly and wailing on this pulse voice for 1 minute and 40 seconds is quicker. So yeah, I'm just going to wait this one out a little bit. The problem is with the strategy, like, it's a risky one. If you do this for PB attempt or whatnot, you have to clear this instance or the shrine in one go. If you die now, this complete shrine respawns, including the pulse voice. So by then your time gain is lost already. So in a worst case, I do have a safe save here, because I'm not, for marathon's sake, I'm not going to let you sit through this once more. But I'll try my best to just clear the shrine in one go. There's a few risky parts though, coming up quite quickly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he dropped a life heart. That's actually great. Alright, well, grab the dagger. And I hope by now you have the music stuck in your head. And we have to cross this weird bridge thingy. And here are some whisk ropes. So, oh god. I generally don't want to get hit by them. Just waiting for this whisk rope to try to fiddle itself out of that corner. If I walk there right now, he can actually shoot his projectile somewhat through the little red pot that's there, which is not something you want happening, because it will damage you for 1 heart straight away. Okay, this happened. Good. I can just kill it now. And he dropped life. Great. I can't reach this. This is excellent. I mean, this is just this game in a nutshell. I'm just going to try maybe. And it's just taunting me. Dang. Okay, so this next room is the scary one. This has slippery floors, so and it has wrist ropes, and these wrist ropes knock the projectiles knock you back. Yeah, it's quite a thing. These enemies do tend to drop life, but knowing my luck so far, they don't. Okay, there's 1 life. Excellent. And this is the key that we need. I'm going for the safe route in this sense. Like, I'll take a small time loss, but I'm not going to cross this bridge again, because there's a chance that I'll just get hit 3 times and take a death. So by falling down the platform, I only reset the first room. So this room is now reset, which isn't the worst thing to happen, especially now because I'm back to full health. The rest isn't reset, so I can just walk back to where I came from, but have full health. I'll gladly take this time loss for the safety for the marathon. And it's only a small time loss anyway, so it's not horrible. So back on this bridge. All the enemies that I already killed are dead, so that's good. Now we go to the right side, go up north, through the stand. Hope that none of those wrist ropes target me. We have to kill these eyeballs. Well, we don't have to, but I mean, may as well, because any extra rubies are just are great by now. So select the item we grabbed earlier. Immediately place it on the pedestal, even though we're not even close. And that unlocks the door. Here we have 2 moblins. And just try to knock them away, or knock them into the tent. It drops a knife. The knife is necessary to open up the tent. It's only used here, like, oh, I pressed the wrong button. The CDI controller has 2 buttons, 1 and 2, and a 1 plus 2. But yeah, the knife is only used once, and it doesn't disappear after use, so you have to select the wand again. Okay, so fingers crossed here.
Look to your heart, look to your dreams. You'll find that nothing is what it seems.
All right, this little cutscene soft locked me earlier, so I was just staring at him spinning around while the little sound clip that he was saying was just stuck on repeat, basically, until a little bit, not even a second of his sound clip. All right, so here we have a dark room. We didn't get any lantern, so we'll just deal with the dark rooms as they come. They're not too difficult in this game. I am not happy about my health situation right now, though. Okay, I'm slightly happy about my health situation now. Trying to be careful here. Is that okay? So in the next room there are some screaming brain bugs. I'm not sure what they are. They scream and they are annoying. So we grabbed the ring that we bought earlier. And this one costs a lot of rubies to use, but my god, this is excellent to have, because it destroys the bugs. This ring does a ton of damage. It will be incredibly useful later on. This room is so scary without it, honestly. I'll just take the hit there, that's okay. If we're lucky, we'll see wallmasters in this game. And no, we didn't. That's the only room that I know of that has wallmasters, and they were shy today, so sadly. They're actually just pictures of a hand dropping down. Alright, I'll just kill this. Okay, it gives me life in this case. I'm just going for a bit safety, like I do want a bit more rubies as I go, but... Okay, here
Welcome,
we have
my
the boss.
lovely. Come, sit and rest.
Took 2 hits from his
But
body.
first, let me
That's
give
not
you
great.
one small test.
That's not good. Okay. I missed out on 2 hits, I think. I just take a quick death and just respawn in the same room. My positioning was just a bit off, so if you get stuck in his body, it will do quite a bit of damage.
Welcome, my lovely. Come, sit and rest. But first, let me give you one small test.
That was not good, but I mean, we survived. And we'll have a new cutscene. I can't skip these. Enjoy.
Sweet victory, but your journey has barely begun, my child. Beware of dangerous waters that await you, and watch for the mists high in the mountains.
Yeah, this game has a lot of issues and it plays incredibly janky. It has a certain charm somewhere, but yeah, as you can see, like it has a lot of issues. No, this is actually played on the hardware. There's an emulator that runs this game, but if you die in the emulator, it crashes the emulator. So the emulator does not want you to play this game. The older CDI Zelda games are playable on emulator. The emulator works a bit faster than the original hardware, but it's also a fun one to just point out. When it comes to original hardware, most of the CDI consoles, doesn't matter if they're PAL or NTSC, they run at the same speed. But the CDI 370 model, was mostly used in pharmacies, or for pharmacists. That one runs
Princess
faster.
Zelda, friend of Shermac. I am Sir Basil of Tolemac, and Shermac has sent me to assist you.
Sadly, that
You
CDI...
seem tired now, Zelda.
Even the game tells me I'm tired and whatnot. This CDI 370 is a portable CDI as well. It is an incredibly expensive one. It's really rare to get your hands on. Like, and if it's on in eBay or something, it's like between $700 to $1,000, if not more. And at the same time, like a normal CDI, at least in the Netherlands, you can get for 40, 50 euros tops. You can play everything.
I would like to give you a feather as a sign of my affection. This will take you to new heights.
So yeah, he now finally gives me the feather. He had to wait for it, but there we go. And we got the brooch sword earlier. I forgot to mention, but we'll only need it at one specific spot. So yeah, these green things are the Swamp Sola. And here we have a little spider stuck in the trees, as they tend to be. And as the spider was stuck in the trees, after that I was stuck in the trees, because the hitbox in this game. Right, we'll go into this cave. This cave has the extra life heart. So if I would have taken the safe route, I would have gone here. I would have attempted to walk through this area, because yeah, as you can see, like, you'll get stuck everywhere. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, there's like 3 routes that you can take within this branch, and you don't know what you're taking, and the game is just it puts you stuck everywhere. So yeah, I would have grabbed this life heart. It will refill my health. I would have 5 hearts going into the Shrine of Illusion. Makes it a tad bit easier. So when you do start out speedrunning this, for some reason, I do suggest just taking this route and eventually getting the noise spell in the next town. I'm skipping the noise spell completely now because we don't need it, but there's only one more section in which there will be some boss voice, but we'll skip it. And hopefully the Pulse voice will be kind to me today. That's also still the question. So yeah, there's a really small town here. The woman that you will see to the right now is the one that gives you the noise spell. So if you just stand next to her, she will do a little, say a little bit, and drop a noise spell in front of the door. But yeah, with that you can 4-hit the Pulse voice, and you can die all you want in Shrine of Illusion. Shrine of Illusion. But for now, we're just continuing on. We want to go to the Shrine of Air. The Shrine of Destiny is just north of here.
What foolish human comes this way?
Sadly, we can't enter that one early, because at this point, before you actually beat the Shrine of Air, the Shrine of Illusion doesn't have a hitbox to enter. There has been some experimenting with it, at least, to glitch into the walls to try to get the hitbox, but it's just not there. I mean, for a CDI game, this game has been looked at pretty well. I took one hit. It's not the end of the world, but it will really depend a bit how this little section still goes, and then how the start of Shrine of Air goes to decide what I'll do when I enter the Shrine of Air. The Shrine of Air will start off with 2 rooms of tornadoes, and if they're kind to me, I'll just make a dash for it. I'll try to complete the shrine, otherwise I may just stick to that and re-attempt to get through that. Okay, so this bird takes you to the Shrine of Air. The Shrine of Air is all ice physics, by the way, so that is this is going to be a thing. Okay, the first tornado was really kind to me. The tornadoes can actually be killed by the calm spell that you would be able to get at the inn, where we got the dagger, but the calm spell costs 100 rubies. And you would only use it here, so... Okay, I'm good on health. I'm going to kill these flies here. Oh wow, because I was slightly edging forward, I got into the hitbox of the flies. You know what, I'll just go for it. This is scary enough as this, but we may get some life hearts on the way. The only scary part that's upcoming is a sort of floating cotton candy which can block the entrance to the next room. Here you go. Okay, he didn't block the entrance. He was actually quite kind to us. And, well, actually, we'll kill these enemies. Yeah, they have a tendency of dropping health, but now they're actually dropping rubies. Still some health, so that's good. We'll grab the compass. This is one of the 2 compasses that we need. The other one was Shrine of Illusion. If you're used to Zelda games, you'll have a general idea of what compasses do. They don't do that here. So where you'd expect a compass to basically show you where the treasure is and the boss room is and whatnot, they don't do that here. The only reason why you would get a compass here is to go to the if you're in the overworld, it will bring you back to the shrine, basically, to the entrance to the shrine, which is quite convenient in some cases here. Okay, this is scary. Just trying to be a bit safe here. These enemies are incredibly annoying. Yeah, because of all these load screens, you want to get as close as possible to the next shrine that you want to go to. So later on, when we want to go to Shrine 6, we want to go to this shrine because it's relatively close by. And I hope you like mosquito sounds, because, yeah, mosquito sounds. This room is also incredibly laggy. I'm just playing it relatively safe here with using the bow. There we go. And I'll glitch out the sound voice clip because this one is actually quite funny if it's glitched out proper. So there's cotton candy here. He has some words, but will mess up his words.
Not Zelda, we are both standing within the charmed circle now, and we will not be harmed when we practice. You must strike me when my sword is raised. Try.
I've been incredibly unlucky on these hits. Sometimes the hit just phases through him. It's incredibly annoying. And that's also why I don't spam it, because that ring uses 22 rubies, and yeah, I want to be on a decent amount of rubies going into the next shrine. Preferably around 200 plus, so I don't want to waste too much of it. Alright, this is quite decent. On to the next area. So we have these bird-like thingies. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. I think they're actually supposed to be birds. Alright, grab the bow and arrow. I want to be really careful here because it's really easy to glitch into the wall when you transition back to the screen. But by hitting here twice, it kills the skull on the other end. And you're pretty safe then. And then I get stuck in the environment because of this game.
Here are some feathered friends for you to play with.
So yeah, that was the sound of the boss. And I don't see much feathers on these birds, but there you go. Speaking of feathers, we'll select a feather because we'll actually have to do a boss fight now. This is Aviana. You want to hit her with the feather. If you hit her with the wand, like this, the feather hit won't count. So you don't want that to happen. There we go. That was Aviana. And a cutscene.
You are a brave princess indeed. Your quest continues to the northwest, to a place of burial where destiny can be challenged. Remember, nothing is written, Zelda. You alone control your fate, no matter how loud the voices of doom may be.
Alright. So, we'll have to go to the Shrine of Destiny. And it's literally the Shrine of Destiny. Like, in this game, like, most shrines can kill your run, but Shrine of Destiny is one of the most notorious ones at that. So, we'll try our best not to let it happen. And try a bit to play a bit safe there.
Sit with me. Warm yourself by the...
Because even though we have 7 life hearts right now, the Shrine of Destiny has Gyptos, and Gyptos do a ton of damage. So I tend to use the blue ring to make it a bit more safe, which again uses rubies. And there's a wizrobe room in there, which can troll you incredibly hard. I've had terrible luck with it recently, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, onwards to Shrine of Destiny. One of the fun things of this game is also that basically all the characters that are in this are basically employees. Like for instance, Zelda is being played by the receptionist of the company. They just had a room set up to take top-down photos. And use as sprites.
What foolish human comes this?
And things that don't seem to make sense, they're most likely clay animation. So this is the Shrine of Destiny, and I'm going to see if the Pulse Voice are kind to me. Because I don't want to lose too much health here. 1 or 2 hits is fine, but... okay, this is incredibly bad. I'll try to make it work. Right, well, select the bow and arrow, because the bow and arrow is a projectile, obviously, but it only requires 1 ruby to be used, so it's quite safe in that sense. Then onwards to the next room with Pulse Voice, but this one is easily avoidable. They're all on the left side, and we have to go to the bottom. Yeah, here someone fell asleep on the piano. I mean, they made an attempt for music in this part, but it's not a good one. Okay, so I'm going to stand behind this pillar here and hope that Gyptos here work with me. This one seems to be nice. The other one, however, yeah, see? It does a ton of damage. I'm just going to take the death here. Before I'm going to waste too many rubies. Yeah, sadly this was released. I'm currently playing on actual hardware with a white label disc of the game. Okay, Pulse Voice are somewhat decent. The white label demo disc, basically the disc that went to stores, and it actually has the full game on it. So that's quite nice.
Let no one say my welcome is not a warm.
That voice clip was of one of the final bosses, actually. I kind of glitched out one of the voices again. Okay, so back to the Gypto room. As you can see, like, it's not a huge time loss right now, but if it happens later in the run, then in this shrine, then it's a bigger time loss and a lot more annoying to recover from. So better to take that death now. Okay, that Gypto is actually in a good position now for a change. Okay, it's gone. And of course it hits me, why not? Well, that Gypto also be good now. Okay, that's one dead Gypto. Okay, I'm just, again, there's some horrible luck that I'm having here. It's also why my estimate is at 125. And just to prevent these kind of things from happening. Okay. That was horrible voice luck. I mean, the Shrine of Destiny has not been kind to me recently, so we'll try to make do, but if we don't take any hits from the Gypto this time, then I'm fine. And I'll just deal with it. It's mostly because this Gypto room is annoying, but somewhat manageable. The next Gypto room has 3 of them. There's no place to hide. And if you kill the Gypto, it will spawn an anti-fairy. So you want to try to kill the Gyptos as closely to each other as possible. And after that, you still have the nice Wizard room. So let's hope that these Gyptos work with me this time. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, I'm stuck there. It dropped rubies. That's not good. Just hoping that this Gypto walks up now. There we go, hitting him into the wall. I mean, I can just try going for it now. You know what, I'll just do it. There's a big chance that I won't make it, but there may also be some health drops here, if I'm lucky. So first use the ring here, knock back all the Gyptos. Do the same again, make sure that, oh. Okay, I did not get any life, so I'm in a really bad state now. Okay, one heart. This is not good. There's still 2 Gyptos that are relatively easy to, or relatively safe to kill in a bit. They may give me some life, and otherwise I just have to hope that I'm not getting trolled by the Wizrobes, but chances are big, sadly. I mean, in a worst case, I do have some safety still, like save in the next shrine, but I'd rather not do it. But if the shrine really doesn't work with me, I may have to. Okay, so I don't want to walk while hitting, because that will make me walk into the Gypto's hitbox. Okay, this is really bad, because now I only have 1 life heart, and we have to deal with some Wizrobes here. I'm just going to see how this goes. And this goes, as I would expect, badly. So there's a chance, in this case it happened. Okay, I'm just going to see 170. I'm going to just try it. So there's a chance that the Wizrobe that's on the top of that room walks a bit to the left, and you know what? If they're not being kind to me, I'll just... I'm so low on rubies right now, I don't want to take another game over in this this shrine. And it's just dealing with the jank that is this game. If the Wizrobe moves a bit to the left and then down, it will get into your 1 hitbox. Jeez! Bull's voice, what are you doing to me? This is so incredibly scary. My bet was basically that I would get this game if I would do speedrun of it. And having speedrun the other 2 Zelda CDI games, I kind of wanted to complete the entire trilogy. So I went with it. I did try to play this game blind at first, and that is a big mistake. Like, don't play this game blind if at all possible. I'm not that close to the end. I'm about halfway at this point. But the end of the final shrines go a lot faster. It's just that I'm having terrible luck at this shrine at the moment. And in a worst case, I will just load a safety save. If I do manage to get through the shrine, like, what is this luck? Okay. Come on. Okay, they work with me for a change. There's 1 Gypto down. Oh no. Stay away, Gypto. Yeah, in the worst case, I can make up a bit of time by because I have a save in the next shrine, so I can make up the time that's necessary to walk there. And all the time that's lost there on loading screens, just to progress the game a bit more. Okay, we're in a decent state now. I'm okay on... Oh, not that okay. I can use the ring twice. I may just use it 3 times and just deal with a little bit of farming on the way. Alright. Of course, now they drop life hearts. Okay, get the wand. I'll just... try to avoid these anti-fairies a bit. I don't want to use too many rubies at the moment, so I'm just dancing with the anti-fairies here. Well, trying to deal with this Gypto. Okay, there we go. That 1 hit is okay. Ah, okay, I'm at least better on health this time around. But we're not out of the woods yet, because yeah, the the whiz ropes can still happen, and they do tend to troll hard. Okay. For this game, I do take some margin of error into the estimate, but I'm likely going over estimate because of this try not being kind at all. I'll get though. All right. Back to the dagger, and let's see if. If this rope works for me. They actually do. Praise the Lord. No, don't praise the Lord. Okay. Go away. Okay, these tiles are also slippery, so I have to be careful not to fall down, otherwise I have to walk all the way back. Okay, we're relatively okay now. There's some wrist ropes here, but they don't tend to troll as hard. Mostly because they can't walk into my wand. Because they are at the top. Alright. So for some reason these bird enemies make the same sound as with ropes. I'm not questioning it. I'm a bit low on rubies, but that can be salvaged while going to the next shrine. I don't know why it's slippery. It doesn't make sense. I've stopped questioning these things because it will make me go insane. Okay, the last wrist rope that I really have to kill. Die. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It even was kind enough to give me life. Why am I now getting life? I mean, in a way I shouldn't be complaining. Normally I would use the dagger to activate these orbs, but because I'm really low on rubies, I'm just swapping to the bow and arrow. Because the dagger uses 3 rubies and the bow and arrow only 1, so bit of safety to take there.
I am your destiny. I weave the cloth of
So, of course, the anti-prayer just spawns on top of me. It's a bit random where they spawn or where they go to. And we're on to the boss, finally.
So you found Malamort's home at last. Now touch your wand to the stone on the right. For I am Malamort, who controls future and past. And I will make us even in magic and might.
This is a pretty easy boss. It has a really set pattern, so you just have to avoid getting hit by him. Ah, finally.
Bravo! Once again you have proven you are worthy of your quest. Hurry now. Waters of healing and renewal await you. Remember to look for the great sea island to the south.
Yeah, that tends to be the thing with this game, like some bosses just don't really do anything. Right, so next up is going to the sea island. It's quite a trek. I'll just hope to get some rubies as I go there. I'll first take a death because I want to go back to basically the start of the game, because the entrance to the cave towards the shortcut is actually close by there, and I'll just hope that some enemies on the way will drop items that are drop some rubies. Alright. Taking death. being at the start, so let's go. I actually do need some rubies for the next area to get to the next shrine, because for some reason I'll have to purchase to be allowed to use a raft, and it's kind of sad actually. I mean, they know that you're Princess Zelda, but you still have to pay rubies to use the raft. I'm just going to kill these enemies. I want a bit more rubies. And there we go, 20 rubies. At this point I just want to take the safe route where possible.
Oh.
Because the Shrine of Water, which is next, our next goal, is the last real shrine that is dangerous for us, and after that it's really smooth sailing. Quite literally. But yeah, I lost quite a bit of time in Shrine of Destiny. And here you have a harp. The harp is actually used within dungeons to go back to the entrance of the dungeon. So I have no idea why you would even want that. I mean, there's no reason to backtrack a dungeon. There we go, some more rubies. Also, these sound effects, I think they went to a petting zoo or something, but the sound effects just don't make any sense. Some more of these duck thingies. Slowly edging forward as I go, hopefully to lock these enemies into the wall. Okay, this one is incredibly locked. Okay, we're still pretty good. Maybe that's also the reason why they don't give Zelda any more games. Okay, so these sea Zoras we just avoid. Go back down. And we're just moving towards the next town. Here we have two Zoras that are just throwing balls at the house. Just ignore them. If you don't look at them, they don't exist. And we're at the next town. And here we have the raft that we have to pay for. Which is incredibly shoddy. And even worse, the fact that we found our own raft, but we can't use it here. Because as with these items there, they have really specific uses. So we have to wait.
If you wish to cross the sea, bring us 20 rubies and a vial of wind. The offshore wind is dying.
So yeah, we have to use vial of wind, because for some reason the raft can move when we use the vial of wind. Then we have to pay them 20 rubies. And we'll take a raft, a little boat ride. It's somewhat calming, you know. Beautiful rendered sea here. Nothing really happening. I'm not steering, by the way. I can't do this. It's basically an auto-scroller. Here I'm just going to position myself a bit. There we go. So yeah, we have to beat this sea monster. Okay. I only took one hit. That may just mean I'll YOLO my the Shrine of Water. The Shrine of Water is an incredibly dangerous shrine as well because oh wait, TV is about to turn off. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so the Shrine of Water is incredibly dangerous because there's spikes coming through the walls. The enemies do a ton of damage. It's just not a safe place to be, and near the end of the shrine there's quite a bit of time loss that you can get. So yeah, we're now at the sea island, which is literally 4 tiles big. Like there's one more tile to the left that I just don't go this time. And this is Shrine of Water. Depending on whether I get hit too much in the first 2 rooms, I'll just either take the death or I'll go for it. But as you can see, there's just spikes coming from the wall. They're random. You can't there's no indication whether they will come or not. Just have to hope not to get hit. And these souls, okay, they have been relatively kind. I'll just try to go for it. So you just hear Aguanda at the back, which is the boss of this area. We just picked up a plank, which is conveniently used here. There we go. There's only like 2 more rooms in which you will likely take damage. But one of them is relatively safe. You can still kill enemies. I'll likely do that just for the safety of it. And otherwise, there's a raft ride later in this area, which is incredibly dangerous.
I'm the South Kelpie. It is my honor to fight you for my mistress, the Great Aguanda.
So yeah, these Kelpies really worked for their voice lines. We basically kill them the same as Paul's voice, except it doesn't take as long. The manual actually tells you that the blue ring is really effective against them, but I mean, the blue ring costs us, oh, this was actually nice, life heart. Blue ring costs us 32 rubies. I'm not going to spend 32 rubies on this.
I am I dam up the streams, I draw the water underground,
oh,
I gather up even the droplets of dew and deny them to my enemies.
Console.
You are trespassing.
See, you just got pot shot. Yeah, this is bad. Let's see if these enemies drop life. Oh, they do, okay. I'm still willing to try it, honestly. It's scary. It really is scary. There will be a few more enemies that can actually still drop life. So I'm just going to go for it.
I am the North Kelpie, guardian of the whirlpool that lies beyond.
That was a pretty decent voice line, honestly. Okay, so RNG can still ruin my day here, because in the next room there's some random spikes as well. And I believe there's only one location that spike can spawn where it can hit me, but it wouldn't be the first time. Okay, I got lucky. So there's a few squids here. The squids tend to drop some life. I'm taking it somewhat. I thought that one dropped life. No, it didn't.
I know you've come to steal the water of life. You shall not have it while I have substance to fill my form. Be gone!
Okay, so that was Aguanda. Now we can actually use our raft. So let's get on it. Swap back to the wand, because otherwise we're trying to use the raft on enemies. Depending on the situation, I may just waste some time to kill some enemies that will be upcoming. Yeah, okay. I'll just try to be safe. It may still be incredibly unsafe, because we'll be facing 2 turtles, and these turtles don't make any sense. You kind of want to lock them in place. I'm just going to kill them first, because I don't trust the state of my health right now. So I'm going to use the bow and arrow to knock them around a bit. Swap back to the wand. The wand will actually do damage, more damage at least to them. But yeah, I kind of want them to get close to me. Normally you would go on the raft here. But because our life is so low right now, I want to reduce the amount of damage that we can take on the raft ride. And this is one of the biggest ones. These turtles are so incredibly random. Though this isn't really working either, so... Oh yeah, and this is what happens, like they can get stuck. Okay, I can actually hit this one. Right now it can't hit me, so that's good. I'm just hoping for the other turtle to get close by. It seems stuck there. I'm going to risk it. I may regret this, but yeah, the game hasn't been nice to me as it is anyway, so... Why not? So, there we go. We just knock it away. Okay. We're not out of the woods here. There's 2 more turtles here, of course. Knock them away. There we go. Then we have to deal with a kelpie. Yeah. As you have seen, like, they're not the biggest issue. Especially this one.
To my mistress, the wonderful Aguanda.
She does a horrible way at barring the way, so... Okay, now for the scariest part. There's 3 fish here. Okay, that's one. Let's see. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Go away. Okay, good. Oh man, that's scary. Those fish do a ton of damage. They would have likely would have killed me right there. But we're safe. We're safe now. I mean, with how the game has been treating me, I'm not even surprised. I'll just take it at that Aguanda and we'll kill her. There we go. She does a ton of damage. So. It's a safety death. We'll just spawn back at the start of the entrance. Or start of the boss fight, so no big deal. And just fire some globs. Just walk on top to the bottom. And this is relatively manageable, but 2.5 hearts is just a bit too low to spend time trying to kill her and then get hit by the last hit or something. It's... There we go.
You have overcome great trials, but evil still looms over Tolamak, Zelda. Stay true to your journey, for it will bring you closer to young Link, who lies captive to Ganon. I hear tell of a vast fortress of strength and power. Go forward bravely, and you will be victorious.
So yeah, we're now up to the final 2 shrines. These shrines tend to go a bit quicker. I mean, but with the luck I've had, sadly, I will go overestimate. Luckily we were catching up on the schedule quite a bit. But of course, you have not go overestimate. So go as quickly as possible. So we just teleported to the 3rd shrine, the Shrine of Air. But we do that because the Shrine of Strength is relatively close by here. And
Come in. Sit with me.
we'll deny him once again. We'll see some laughing bugs for the first time. Like the sound effects are... Yeah. Make of it what you want. That's the sound effect. I don't mind taking a bit of damage here, because there's a fairy fountain here. There we go. Full health. No, I refuse to sit with that guy. Okay, so there's an exit here somewhere. Ah, come on. There you go. It's somewhere hidden under that roof, and you can get stuck in the environment. Luckily, I only took one hit, but at this point, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, Zelda also gets a lot stronger as we progress, and I think it has to do with simply beating bosses. Because the moblins, for instance, they don't do too much damage anymore. We get more and more life hearts. And the Shrine of Strength isn't so bad. It's relatively safe. So, we were able to go to the south a moment ago. If you go there, you'll actually enter the swamp. In all honesty, I've never gone there except for once when I was casually playing through it. And it was more or less by accident. The swamp does house a few items, like there's another life heart there. There's golden boots there, which allow you to travel through another river. And there's a map there, I think, for Shrine of Destiny. It's really weird. They placed that map outside of the dungeon. That guy has a weird voice. He basically welcomes you to his quarry. I believe he gives you some coal, and if you deliver the coal in Great Wimbish, you can get diamond. And the diamond can then be used for 999 rubies. Something like that. Anyway, the 6th shrine. This is Shrine of Strength. We start off by buying the ribbon. This is also why you do need some rubies at this point still. But luckily we got the opportunity to replenish a bit on rubies in a moment, so we'll take that opportunity. We always do. That was the boss. We're sore, but yeah.
Please, miss, I'm so thirsty. Would you draw me some water? You have a kind heart. My guardians rewarded you with a gold necklace to increase your magic defense. May you use it well.
They're breaking the fourth wall with these dialogues, though. So yeah, we just stand at the well and we get an amulet. So here we have a little challenge.
I've been waiting for you for...
It wasn't that challenging. But by killing those 3 bears, the Ursor bears, it gives you like 100 something, 180 or so rubies, which is quite nice for little effort. And luckily we did that, because now we have to buy some tickets of admission. And this is the first one.
Watch out for the Tektites. Ta-ra!
So he glitched that sound, and yeah, it's just funny. I mean, the sounds and the text in this game, they are quite something, especially one of the next ones. I'll just be quiet for them, because try to make some sense out of it.
Dare you ride in the joust against the
It's the following one.
Hold tight, little enemy. You have something stolen from me, and I am strong.
So yeah, that's actually a sound bit that's meant that way. Basically, the thing that is stolen from him is the ribbon that we bought. So the circus that we're currently in, they stole his ribbon and sold it to us. I mean, if he just asked nicely, I'm happy giving it back, you know. Okay, these enemies aren't kind in their positioning, so I'll just kill them. There we go. Get a few more rubies. So of course there's another orb there, and it wouldn't be a Zelda game if it's a trap. So, bloop. Yeah, Ursor is not happy that we're killing his knight. But there's two more knights that are protecting Ursor. And it would be a Zelda game without a sliding puzzle. I mean, come on. This one is difficult. There we go. These tend to be really nice. I only took one hit now. It doesn't really matter too much. And here's the second ticket of admission, because, yeah, why not? You just have to buy more.
It's certainly odd weather we've been having.
That's also a bugged piece of text. But yeah, when in doubt, ask about weather. Alright, so the broadsword. We need it for the next two bosses, or mini bosses.
A thin waif like thee? Ha! Can you even lift a broadsword?
We don't even lift, we throw the broadsword at you.
One as small as thee put to flight my brother.
So yeah, those were the knights. Yeah, they weren't that impressive. But Ursor is now not happy. I mean, we killed both of his knights. And the rest of the rooms are relatively empty. That's going to be a thing with the next shrine as well. It feels like they had more ideas here, but ran out of time. Next room, I do have to kill enemies to progress, and then we're basically all set for the boss. Normally, if they're really kind, they'll just walk into the wall and I can just keep hitting them. So this is the safe room before the boss.
So we meet at last. You are small and weak. You're no more than a bite for a warrior such as me.
So yeah, this Ursor, as you can see, like, he just walks around. It's a set pattern, so I shouldn't get hit. But I'm not going to say that out loud. At least not too much. You should die in 1 or 2 hits. There you go. It's a bear dog? I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be a bear.
A shout of triumph in the teeth of the impossible. You are drawing close, but your journey will carry you far to the northwest, where many say there's a rumble in the earth and a glow of fire.
I really have to check my cabling at the OCC. It seems to have a few issues. Alright. Luckily it didn't skip the best part of the cutscene, of course. There we go. We are taking the compass to the Shrine of Illusion, because that one is closest to the last shrine that we're going to. And the last shrine is relatively quick as well. So while I'm going overestimate, it's not going to be a horrible overestimate. And yeah, this is just to show, like, Zelda did become incredibly strong by now. This teleporting mole guy barely does damage. The moblins barely do damage. We just run through them right now. These peoples, like, eh. Though in all fairness, like, they have been in my way now, and I tend to be like at 1 damage taken, or 1 heart taken so far. Here are some more Soras. They just chill there in the stream, throwing balls at each other. Like they just can't hit you anyway, so these spiders can actually still damage you, so I'm taking them out. And if I'm lucky here, they will not be too much in my way. There we go.
Not everyone here.
This is also some beautiful voice. I did listen to the voice clip once, like when I was casually playing that, and she'll give you a spear, and that spear can actually be used to defeat the first knight. That's in the 6th shrine. But I actually noticed like you don't need it. It's too far out of the way to even go there. Like these enemies, they hit you, but they just don't do much damage. Like they may just do like 10% of a heart of damage, or if that. But you can still get stuck in the environment. And then suddenly you get these bugs, and they'll destroy you. So same with that fish. Like suddenly things do damage again. But still, we're pretty much good. This is the last shrine, the Shrine of Fire. It's really straightforward. It's not much to do in here. But enjoy the voice clips of the blacksmiths. I'm trying to rush through it so that they leave room for interpretation.
Be gone! I, blacksmith, have my work to do. No. Feel the tip of my...
Alright, that actually was a bit scary because I took quite a bit of damage there. That blacksmith normally gets stuck in his little anvil, but they didn't this time. So I just wanted to kill these enemies just in case. Now we actually do have to kill them, otherwise we can't progress. Yeah. Okay, we are good on life now. There's a reason why I tried to speed through that cutscene. Because I'm not sure if the actual word that he uses is much better than what you're not thinking that it is. So yeah, more mosquito sounds, more weird sounds. Now we have to kill a few of these mosquitoes to progress. Of course, I'm stuck in the puddle. Of course, that mosquito is stuck in the puddle.
Further you will not go. You have not the fire in the belly to do else but obey me.
So yeah, that's Warbane, the boss of this shrine. He gives us the hammer. The hammer is actually one of the most powerful weapons in the game. And we will not forget this kind gesture. I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, this cave has like a lot of rooms, but there's just not much happening, as you can see. Like some have a few simple enemies, but this shrine is incredibly straightforward. Until these dog, bear, goat thingies. They do a ton of damage though, so I'll actually kill them if they are in my way. They only take 4 hits anyway, so... But I think they do like 2.5 to 3 hearts of damage, so you just don't want to get hit by them. There we go. And then we have the final scary enemies, which are the fire-breathing monkey kings, as I call them. But if you have a better words for them, please tell me, because I have no idea what these enemies are. So yeah, you tell me. I'm going to select the necklace that we got earlier.
Let no one say my welcome is not a warm one. Do you still want my celestial sign, timid one?
I mean, I would love your celestial sign. That's why I'm here. So yeah, we use the necklace to kill this cook with a bow. I mean, I don't know. It's the only thing that makes sense here. I didn't need to change weapons here. So next up is Warbane, but we do like that he gave us the hammer. So yeah.
The sign is...
Bye. They actually have the hitbox to leave the area there, and we're at the final cutscene, or somewhat.
Zelda, life is always one order more horrifying than you expect. The great evil Ganon spoiled your victory. Make haste. Do not let him out of your sight.
Whee! So yeah, there's a boss rush now. The boss rush will go quite fast, and then we have to beat Ganon. So I'll take the time already to thank Retro Gaming Live for having me. I've had a blast playing these games, even though this game has trolled me so incredibly hard today. But it's still a blast to always show this off. I hope you guys enjoy this as well. I do hope that you don't get any fever dreams from this. You likely will, but I'm not sure if I'm sorry actually. Alright, we'll select the feather. Yeah, if you enjoy these kind of things, like I tend to play them on my stream a lot, so if you like these kind of games or other CDI games or whatever, like Atari links, I tend to play a few things on that as well. That's always a thing. Alright, this is like an intermission, like it's such a difficult boss rush that you need extra life. I mean, here we go. We are finally using the hammer. Just tossing it to the side there so that Aquanda is hit by it. There we go. We don't have to beat Ursor this time. Ursor for some reason isn't in this boss rush. But we do have to kill Warbane. But we do that by just standing here, throwing hammers at him. And he'll die. Then, sadly not Atari Jaguar. And now we have to defeat Ganon. I have a ton of weird consoles, but I do still want to get an Atari Jaguar. Atari 7600, that kind of stuff. I do have a nice game for that I want to do. And here we have Ganon, or Ganon, as spelling says. You don't want to keep hitting your wand here, because otherwise the wand will hit him instead of the hammer. You want the hammer to do the damage. So we do this. 2 more hits. And that is going to be time. world is back to its original state. You have saved Link, even though you never saw him. Until now. That green thing is Link. So yeah, a final little cutscene from the old man. Our good friend.
Princess Zelda, you've succeeded. Your victory has brought peace and light back to Tolamac. Your courage and strength will not be forgotten. For now, your work is done. Off you go to celebrate Link's return. But first, remember, lessons of the heart, mercy and human kindness prevail. Above all else, farewell, young princess.
Well, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in. Sadly, Shrine of Destiny went so bad as it did. I was incredibly unlucky. But I hope you guys had a good one. Enjoy the rest of the marathon still. There will be some quality Zelda games upcoming for a change. So that will be it for me. Thanks.